Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision. Hi, everybody. It's Sunny and Char, and today is January 17th, 2020. Happy New Year to all of you. It's our first time back in this new year, and I'm so excited to be back on CharVision. And I'm here with my friend Tony Sweet. Say hi, Tony. Can they hear you? No. They will. They will in a minute. You will in a minute. Hi, Tony.
Hi.
Did you have a good holiday?
I did. It was great.
Oh, I'm so
Even though I got
glad.
sick, but
Yeah, you were really sick. I mean, you really sounded really bad. But you also went to Brazil, didn't you?
I went to Brazil.
And you went to the Amazon.
Went into the Amazon, and I got to see like indigenous tribes, and
You did?
swam with the pink dolphins.
Oh, amazing.
and had a great time.
Oh, I'm so glad you did, honey. You needed it. Tony
I did.
is one of the hardest working people I know.
Thank you.
So I taped Extra this week. It's going to be on next week, you guys. And also, if you want to watch me on eTalk Daily, it's online. And I taped that, and I was on Access Live Daily, Access Hollywood Daily, I think it's called. And I'm also going to be taping the Daily Mail and going to be on the Doctors. So I'm so excited. And you know why? Because this arrived today or the other day. It was like I came back from doing Extra, and there was a package at my door, and my new book is out, and I'm so excited, and I'm so just over the moon about it. St. Martin's Press did such a great job. And so what I thought I would do today is something a little different than usual. I don't have a guest here except for Sonny and Tony and myself and all our dead friends and relatives. But I thought I would talk a little bit about the book. And then I thought maybe we could go in the chat room, in the Facebook chat room, and take some of your questions. Now, I'm thinking I'll do readings later on in the show, but just if you have questions about your spirituality, about your own intuition, about, I don't know, have a question for me about how I teach or what I've done through the years, I'm happy to answer it. But the one thing that I talk about in this book is about our essence. And the way that I describe it, and I'm going to find it, is put the old glasses on. No matter what changes in each of our reincarnated lifetimes, our energy pattern stays with us. We all have our own energy thumbprint that identifies us through eternity, which is our spirit that goes to our soul. And then they keep they recycle us till we come out to be another person. Our goal is to become one with goodness, love, and God, which is our essence. So life is a school, and we keep getting reincarnated and keep learning our lessons, and we also learn in the spirit world. I mean, it's not just here. There's always lessons to be learned, but what a lot of people don't understand is when you're here, when we're on the earth, that all these challenges we have in life has not been easy lately, and especially, I don't know, there's so much negativity with politics and the sadness happening with the fires in Australia. Although, I just heard on the radio that they had 150 crazy fires, and there's torrential rains right now. Ooh. So they're having mudslides.
Good.
However, it's calming down some of the fires. So now there's only 75 fires instead of 150, but still,
75
do you know over a half a billion animals?
I know. A
Were-
lot of koalas.
Oh, those sweet little koalas. I held one once. I was at the Steve Irwin Zoo
Right.
and Bindi Irwin and Terry and Robert, and they gave me a koala to hold. I have photos somewhere, which we don't have on hand. But anyway, so I feel like this book is happening at a really great time because it helps us go within. It helps us to understand the difference between positive and negative energies and how to protect ourselves from negative energies. And also, what I love about it is I teach people how to manifest what they want in life. Like, not everything in life is predestined. We create our destiny by the choices we make. So, most of the time. So, if we want to achieve something, we can put the thought out there in our intent and then manifest it. And I teach you how to do that in this. There's hope and there's faith. And I feel like people who don't live with faith are really losing out in life. So many people who don't believe in a higher power are really losing out. And I know sometimes people lose their faith when they lose someone, like if, God forbid, their child dies or their newlywed spouse dies or things that don't seem fair in life. And so they go, I don't believe in God anymore. I'm giving it up. And I think that's the time where we need to turn to that positive deity, whoever it is we believe in, and pray and put positive thoughts out, because prayer is positive thinking. It doesn't matter what religion you are. Like the girl on Extra yesterday asked me if I was religious, and I said, well, I like religion, and I like my religion, but I also like other religions. And I feel that each religion gives us something to learn about, because man wrote the Bible, but, man also makes mistakes. So we don't always know exactly, except when there's common sense, it makes sense. And so I said, positive thoughts are prayer. So no matter what you're thinking or what you're doing, if you put that positive thought out, positive attracts positive and brings positive results. On the contrary, negative attracts negative and brings negative results. So we always want to keep positive, and we always want to keep our attitude in an optimistic, positive way, no matter how hard things get, no matter how difficult life is. And it's so important to live with gratitude. I talk about that in tzedakah, which means it's a way of giving back. Like, it's always great to give to charity and to give back to people and to others. I love it when I go to Starbucks and the lady says, you don't have to pay for it. The lady in front of you paid for it. What's that called? Pass it on?
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward, yeah. And so then I pay it forward. And then somebody else pays it forward. I think it's just a really lovely gesture for all of us to practice, because you don't expect it. It's a gift that you really don't expect. So, whenever I do readings, I always say a prayer of protection, because as in everyday life, there are good and bad people. In the spirit world, there are positive and negative energies. And I like to teach people to make it a habit to protect themselves from anything negative. And I talk exactly how to do the white light and the mirrored egg that we talk about, that Patty Negri actually taught us about the mirrored egg. And so I kind of added my own stuff to it for what my guides and angels told me to do. And but the one thing that I've found in life, and anybody who really understands life will know, that there is nothing more important in the world than love. Love is the bridge that connects us to the spirit world. Love is what brings us together. Love is, when we cross over to the other side, it doesn't matter how rich you are or how famous you are. They don't care about that. They care about, how did you live your life? What did you do? What kindnesses did you act upon? Were you compassionate to others? Did you allow people to live freely? Or were you either judgmental or jealous of others? You know, the envy's a 4-letter word. And the most important thing I've realized is don't compete with anybody but yourself. And like our mom always said, just do the best you can do. And when you do the best you can do, that's all that the universe wants for us. So you can get my book, The Universe is Calling You. I almost forgot the name of it. Oh, God, when I interviewed RuPaul, I said, well, the name of my book is, he goes, The Universe is Calling You. I said, oh, yeah, right. The Universe is calling you. It actually, when I first wrote it, it was called The Essence. But the St. Martin's people came up with this, and I like this title better. And I can read a couple things from RuPaul said, Char's book is filled with answers that will guide you to finding peace and happiness. It will help you decipher between positive and negative energies and keep you on the path of positive healing. All of us have a purpose in life. Remember that. All of us have a purpose in life. This guide can help you find your soul's purpose. Because so many people, when I do private sessions, which I do every day at private readings, and you can go to char.net if that interests you, but people say, what is my purpose? And everybody has a different purpose. Like some people's purpose is just to raise their child or raise their little kitty cat or their puppy or, just get through every day and survive every day. I mean, we don't have to make huge accomplishments in life as long as we do it with kindness and love. And then Chris Colfer wrote, I love the universe is calling you for the same reasons I love Char. Oh, it's pure, filled with wisdom, and the perfect guide for anyone seeking positivity and spiritual reassurance. And then, Chris Colfer, he wrote The Land of Stories. It's a best-selling, it's more than a trilogy. I don't know how many volumes there are. There's a bunch of them, but he's like a brilliant, he was on Glee. He was the gay kid on Glee. So, and then Michael Patrick King, who wrote Sex and the City, and also wrote AJ and the Queen, which is on Netflix right now. You can watch it. I binge-watched it last Sunday. I thought it was fabulous. I really suggest it for people to watch it with RuPaul. So Michael Patrick King wrote Char Margolis. Oh, I'm kind of like patting myself on the back by reading all these. I mean, it's a little embarrassing. Char Margolis is a powerful, authentic spiritual energy wrapped in an accessible, gentle human package. Oh. This book, like her psychic readings, can illuminate a path that is already present for us, but we may need help in seeing for ourselves. Char's gift is helping to bring us closer to our spirit and our best self. So anyway, there you go. I honestly, even if you never have a reading from me, I just feel like I don't have children. I mean, I've adopted kids, like I adopt a bunch of people, but I never had my own children. And I feel like my books are my children, and even CharVision, because it's something I can leave for healing on the planet for eternity. And I'm blessed to have you guys listening and watching me and supporting me in this, because you're allowing me to fulfill my purpose. So I thank you all so much. All right. How about if we go into the chat room, Tony, and see if there's any questions not related to being psychic at the moment. I mean, I will take readings. I will read for you guys in a little while. But I just want to talk about spirituality and see, is there anything in there that's...
There's one that, let me read this. Francesca says, I think I sleep so deeply that I don't remember dreaming very often. And I feel this prohibits me from being able to connect to the other side in my sleep state. Is there any way for me to be able to connect better?
Oh, okay. So... Wait, say what? And why can't she sleep? Because she.
I think I sleep so deeply.
Oh, she sleeps so deeply
that I don't remember.
Okay. Well, some things you're not supposed to remember, but I can tell you that if a dream wakes you up in the middle of the night, there's a reason for it, and especially if a loved one who's in the spirit world is in the dream, because that just happened to me. My mom was in the dream, and whoa. I'm supposed to remember this. And it's not really always exactly what you're dreaming. It can be symbolic. So my suggestion to you is put yourself in the white light of protection before you go to sleep and say a prayer of protection. You can say any prayer that I have or that I've given out or that's in my book. Or you can say the Lord's Prayer or whatever prayer you resonate with. And then put yourself inside an egg and close it up. And the shell of the egg is a mirror. So before you go to sleep, you're definitely being protected. Like there's definite energy protecting you, and anything dark or negative coming at you will go back to where it came from. And then before you go to sleep, ask your guardian angels and guides to help you out with anything that you need to know from your dream, or if there's a loved one in spirit or your guardian angel or your spirit guide, ask them to please give you some advice or some guidance. And you might do this for a whole year. I mean, it could take a whole year. You know what's interesting? My father crossed over in 1984, and he's maybe come to me in a dream maybe 5 times, but every time he comes to me, it really means something. Like he gives me really, really, really important information. So I hope that helps you, because this in a way is like manifesting your wishes in the dream, like to make sure that you're asking your guides and angels to give you information. But, the other thing is, it's really good that you're such a good sleeper, because a lot of people cannot sleep. And to stay well and healthy, it's really important to be able to sleep. I mean, that's one of the things they're talking about now with the flu epidemic. The flu shot they gave out didn't really cover the B virus, and now the B virus is it's causing so much havoc around. So, yeah, I think. Do you think I answered that okay,
yeah.
Tony?
Yeah, I think so. And the next one is actually, I'll tell you, this is what kind of happened to me when January 1st, I was sick for 2 weeks.
Right.
This is the first week I felt good. But I remember, and then I'll ask this question because it kind of reminds me of what happened to me. When I was sick, I got up at the middle of the night to use the restroom. I came back in, and Will woke up, and
That's his husband,
my
guys.
husband, and I looked at him. I was like, "Where did Mom go?"
Oh.
And he looked at me and he said, "What?" I said, "Well, where did she go?" And then I remembered. I was like, what am I saying? But then Linda says, "I have dreams but cannot remember them. But I wake up sensing my grandmother visited me in the dream. What does that mean? Because I don't remember dreaming about my mom." Right. But when I walked back in, I said, "Where did she go?" So I must have been.
She must have been in your subconscious.
Right. So the same thing with Linda. She said the same thing. My grandma, I sensed she visited me, but I don't remember.
And what's so beautiful about that, Linda, is that she's watching over you. Because you loved your grandma loves you, And this is her way of letting you know that she's there taking care of you and watching over you. I mean, that's beautiful. Even if you don't remember what she's saying. But here's the thing about spirit communication. Like, I've been doing this for 47 years. I can't believe it. It's 47 years. But I'm always learning new ways of communicating with my guardian angels and spirit guides and your guardian angels and spirit guides. There's different patterns that we can get. It's like if I see someone smoking a pipe, that could be like Sherlock Holmes. There's a mystery to be solved. Or if I see like maybe smoke coming out of a house, it doesn't necessarily mean there's a fire. It could mean there's something that where the roof is blowing up in the house, or there's an issue in the family, or an issue with what's going on, something smoky, something's not clear. So our guides and guardian angels will always give us certain symbols, and the more we do it, the more we understand how to interpret what we get, because my most difficult part of my readings, which I really work hard on, is the interpretation of what I'm getting. Like, why are they showing me this? What does this mean? Like, I was just on, I can't remember. I've been doing so much press. But I was on something, and I saw someone's deceased person, and I think they were a little bit skeptical. And then I said, but no, it's your dad. And he says, you've got his keys. And he goes, I do. I have his keychain. So that was pretty specific. And it was, they give me like 1.5 minutes to jump through hoops and prove that I'm psychic. So, but that's how the angels work. And it's okay. You can never make a mistake when you're getting messages. They always mean something. We just have to figure out what they mean. And don't let any of the non-believers and the skeptics say, oh, that's a bunch of bull or whatever. If you believe in your heart and you know this is your truth and you know this is real, work with it. And just don't talk about it with people who are skeptical, because they're thieves. They're taking away your positivity. They're taking away your faith and your hope. Stay positive and work with it, and find people of like kind. When I do my intuition retreats, I find that a lot of the people that come are woven from a similar cloth as each other. They're different than their families. Or a lot of them are different than their families. They're more. It's almost like when RuPaul said the tribe. He said, I didn't read that to you guys. I read it to Tony earlier about, he said, I'm one of the tribe. Like, because we're all woven from the same energy of goodness, love, and God, and that's our intent, is to help others and to help ourselves as well. Like I say, the first true love is self-love. It doesn't mean you're selfish. It means your needs matter. So thank you for your question. I hope I answered it. I went on a rampage, but did I answer it?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, great.
All right, we'll take another one here. It's why is it that we never? Well, maybe this is just for her, and I've heard this for other people too. Why is it that we never have intuition about the things that may happen to us, but for other people?
Oh, that's a good one. Well, sometimes, a watch pot never boils, and sometimes we're too close to something, and sometimes we do get intuition, but we don't want to acknowledge it. It's like if we think we're in love with someone, and our gut is telling us, no, be careful, or they're not the right person, or whatever, or you can't trust them, or whatever. But a lot of us go into denial because we don't want to hear what's being given to us. It's like when I was getting married when I was like 21, and my family was at the wedding, my teachers, my everybody, friends, and this man that I thought I was in love with was standing up at the altar, and the doors open up and I have this gorgeous gown and Here Comes the Bride starts playing. And I look at him and I go, oh my God, this marriage is not going to work out. And I was in love with him. I truly was in love with him. I mean, everybody said to me, why didn't you wait? Why are you rushing into this? But I was like, I had my heart set on marrying this man. And I thought it was terrible of me to think that in that moment, because it was such a beautiful moment. But that's one of the first times I realized I was intuitive and I was psychic. And this was before anybody danced down the aisle or did anything. And I started skipping down the aisle, like to get the thought out of my head. And everyone started laughing. And, there goes Char, my real name's Charlene. There goes Charlene. She's, the clown and whatever. But that's what happened. And 5 years later, we got divorced. But it's the last thing I would have ever thought of. So I think if you want to do an exercise about your own life, like maybe, write down what your question is, and first say a prayer of protection and keep yourself in the white light, in God's white light, in your mirrored egg, and then write down what it is you want and ask the universe to give you an answer. Now, the answer could come in a dream. The answer could come in a license plate or on a billboard, or you might turn on the TV and there may be something that answers your question. Like, I know I get a lot of things on license plates. Like, I'll be driving and I'll think, boy, I wonder what's going to happen to so-and-so, and boom, it'll say it. It's like when I had my TV shows in the Netherlands, I always had the same license plate because I thought, oh, they're never going to want me back. I don't even speak the language, and the license plate said something that I'm not going to say, but it was as good as saying success. And then they'd bring me back. I mean, every year they brought me back for 10 seasons. So you can learn to communicate with your spirits, and also you may be woken up in the middle of the night with an answer. Just keep paper and pen by your bed, because that's a lot of time. Life is our minds are so noisy all the time, and our thoughts are so noisy that this may be a time where you can really pick up on an answer for yourself. But you need to know that you're going to get an answer. You need to have faith that you'll get an answer. You have to be positive about it. Don't think, oh, I'm never going to get an answer. If you think you're never going to get an answer, guess what? You're never going to get an answer. You have to be optimistic and positive and know that magic happens. It's reality. It happens. So try that. See what happens and get back to us on it. I'd like to hear and also the biggest lesson for everybody is patience. Patience, it takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Everything takes time, and give it time. And it'll come when you least. The one thing that is really interesting to me, the answers come when you least expect it. It's like, do you ever notice, like, you're waiting for a phone call and all of a sudden your phone starts ringing and everybody wants to talk to you, and finally the person calls while you're busy doing something else? Does that happen to you, Tony?
All the time.
All the time, right? It happens to me all the time. Like, that's what that saying comes, a watch pot never boils. It just doesn't. You just got to let go and let God and let the universe happen, and then it'll come to you. But don't doubt. Doubt can be a demon. And especially, if you live in fear, you never know when you're going to be tipped off about something in life. But if you live with faith, that if you psychologically doubt yourself, that's bad. But if you doubt something that your guides are trying to say be careful of, then you have to know the difference and differentiate it. You need to know yourself. It's so important to be, which I write in my book, The Universe is Calling You. It's so important to be aligned with your spirit, body, and soul. When you're balanced and you're aligned with that, you really can get the wisest answers. It like when I teach people how to be psychic and intuitive, they blow my mind how good they are. They really do. Like they come up with amazing things. And so you can do this. All of you can do this. It's not just me. It's not just Tyler Henry. It's not just the John Edward or the famous people out there. It's all of us have this gift. All of us have this ability. And our intuition will help keep us out of harm's way and help us attain our goals. Okay, is there another question? And then we'll
do one more question and take a break. And then
we'll take callers.
Because the phone lines are packed.
The phone lines are packed. Thank you guys for calling.
Why do living people come through in mediumistic readings?
Why do living people come through?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know, maybe sometimes...
You mean, why do I talk about living people when I'm doing readings sometimes? Yeah. Or why... Well, because...
Maybe because there are people that come through
there's
living.
People that come through that are living to help you know if you can trust them or not, or what their relationship is with you to know how you can handle a certain situation. If a living person comes through or a name comes through, it's because there's a reason why they're being brought up. Because maybe there was an experience that you recently had with them, or maybe you're having a hard time trusting them, or maybe they're the ones who are going to help you attain the goal that you're looking for. You know, we all need each other. We are all in this together. We all need to help each other. And so what's interesting is a living spirit and a person, everyone has a spirit, can be an older soul than your deceased grandmother or grandfather or somebody on the other side, because the living person may have lived many more lifetimes, so they have more wisdom. But then again, you might be being tipped off about someone you can't trust. So you have to figure all that out. But your intuition helps you with that. You know, when you use logic, common sense, and intuition, you get your best answers. Okay, thank you for all those calls. We're going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to take your callers. Hey, everybody, it's Sunny and Char, and I am so excited. I am over the moon to share with you that I have a new book coming out called The Universe is Calling You, and there's an amazing foreword by RuPaul. There's an endorsement by Chris Colfer. It's about understanding your intuition. It's about protecting yourself from negative energies. It's about understanding your essence and your true purpose and your soul's purpose on this earth. You can get it at barnesandnoble.com. You can get it at amazon.com. I would love for you to order the book and let me know what you think of it. Write a review for us if you feel like it. Thanks so much. Hey, everybody. It's Sunny and Char, and I just wanted to answer a couple questions. People have been calling the office and texting and emailing. Do I do private sessions? Well, yes, I do. And I love reading for my clients. I do phone, Skype, FaceTime, and in person if we're in the same city. I also teach intuition. So if you have an interest in doing that, or if you're interested in getting your family together and you want a group reading, I do those as well. So just call 248-909-2427, ask for Nicole, and I look forward to reading for you. Thanks. Thank you guys so much for following us on Twitter and on Facebook and being in the chat room on Facebook and Instagram as well. I really, truly appreciate all the love that you guys give to me, and I'm sending it right back to you. Okay, let's hear who our caller is. 773. Hi, 773.
Hello.
Hi. Can you just be open about everybody living and deceased for me, okay?
Yes.
And don't say any names unless I say it first. And I'm getting a J or G initial. Do you have somebody, family, that's a J or G?
J.
Is that a male?
Not the one I'm thinking of.
There's a J female?
Uh-huh.
Well, if it's not a male, it's got to be a female.
Yeah.
Is there an N in her name an N in it if you spell
Yes.
it out? Is it like a Joanne or Jean or Jan?
Close.
Jane? Or
Janet.
Janet. Jan.
Janet.
Jan and
Mhm.
Janet. Who is that?
My mom.
And she's deceased?
Yes.
Did you manifest her? Did you did you ask her to come here tonight?
I've been hoping that she would come through.
Okay, so you helped manifest her. You summoned your mama.
Wow. I want to see if she's aware of. I just want to see if she has orchestrated something in my life. I want to see if she would confirm it.
You mean like a relationship or
Kind of.
with another person or an animal?
Animal.
It's an animal, yeah, because she's saying no, it's not a person, it's an animal. And did you feel like she?
Yeah.
Did you feel like she brought the animal to you?
Yes, 100%.
Is this like a dog
No.
or a cat? I don't know.
Yeah.
A
Cat.
cat. Okay. Yeah. The only reason I said a dog is because my mother brought me Sonny. I have a really great story about
really?
that. Yeah. My mom, I heard her voice in my head and she said, "Your dog is here." And it's a long story, but I'll tell it one day. But she did. And so your mom is saying that the love from your cat, your souls are connected. And that
Yes.
that's the validation that you needed today from your mama.
Wow.
Isn't that exciting?
It is. It's brought me so much happiness, our whole family.
Isn't that lovely? It's so important. You don't let that
It
cat
is.
you don't let the cat go outside, do you?
No.
Does it try to get outside?
Yeah,
Don't let it outside.
I won't.
If it does get outside, get it right away.
Okay.
Who does it follow? Does it follow you? Are you like the main connection?
Yeah, I think so.
But is it like a little mischievous? Does it a little mischievous? Like it tests you?
Not really, no.
Okay.
He's really, really well behaved.
Okay. And does the cat have hairballs?
No, not yet.
Okay, so you know what's good for that? Is Metamucil. Metamucil in their food.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Is this a little kitty?
No.
But it just doesn't have hairballs. Well, anyway, Metamucil really works. And there's an S. She's showing me an S or C. Who is that?
S or C. I have a C.
Is that a female or a male C?
Mm-hmm.
A female C?
No, I'm sorry. It's a male. I'm
Is
sorry.
it CH?
Yeah.
Like Chris or Charles?
Yeah, Chris.
Who is that? Your son? Who is that?
That's my father-in-law.
Oh, your father-in-law. Is he living?
Uh-huh. No.
No, he's deceased. Oh,
But I have another Chris who's alive, but
who is that?
I have one that's
Is that
passed.
who's the Chris that's alive? Your son?
My godfather.
Your godfather. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who had I'm losing my words because they're in my head. Prostate issues.
Prostate issues.
Somebody's got to keep an eye on prostate issues. Did Charles have or Chris have this?
No, not that I know
And also,
of.
was there a problem with an artery or circulation?
He had heart issues.
Heart. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was your father-in-law.
Yeah.
I feel like he loves you though. You must be really good to his son.
Yeah, and I loved him too. He was a great guy.
Who's Robert?
Robert.
Or Rick? Or Rick?
I have. Sorry.
I don't know if it's a Robert or Richard, a Bob. I don't know.
I mean, I have an uncle Bobby, and I have a cousin. I have a cousin Robert, but
Okay, but you have an uncle. Is he deceased?
no,
He's living.
he's alive.
Are there health issues around him? Health issues.
Oh, really?
I don't know if
Okay.
the health issues are with your godfather or your uncle, but keep an eye on them and you'll be able to fix them. And one more thing, is there an M or A person?
Yeah, I have 2 M's that are deceased.
Is there a female?
Yeah, both females.
Is there like a Marie or Mary or Margaret?
Margaret.
Is that your grandma?
Yes, one of them is.
Yeah, your grandma's here too.
Oh,
Yeah. You're lovely. You have such a beautiful soul.
oh, thank you.
Yep, you're pure. You're very honest. You're very pure. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you. I have one quick thing. There's something that cropped up out of the blue that I thought was handled, and I just received something about it, and it's not good. But I'm trying not to put too much energy or worry into it, and I'm trying to like be positive about thinking that it will go away. Do you see anything related to that?
Does it have to do with money?
Yes,
I think you're going to have to deal with it.
really.
I think that you can figure it out. You'll be able to figure it out, but it's going to be a little stressful, but you're going to be able to figure it out. Thank you for calling. I got to go.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, let's get another caller in here. 928. Hi.
Out, but it's a little stressful, but you're going to be able to figure it out. Thank you for calling. I got to go.
Oh,
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much. Happy New
oh
Year.
you know
Happy
what?
New Year, honey. let's get another
You need to turn down your volume because I'm hearing me.
A
Hi.
little stressful, but you're going to be able to figure it out.
Wait.
Thank you for calling. I got to go.
Hi,
Hi. Did you turn it off? Did you turn off the volume?
I did. Hold on just a second. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. So I want to know if you have somebody who's a Mary or Marilyn or M. Michael M.
Man or woman?
Either.
Well, my last name is M.
Your last name is M. Okay. And also, is there an S or C person connected with you?
I'm an S person
Okay,
and
don't-
an M person.
Okay, but in your first name with the S, is there an N in it, or in your first full
Yes.
name, is it like Susan or Sandra or Sharon?
Sharon.
Sharon. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, honey. How are you? And my mother's name is Charlene, but it was spelled with an S.
Is your mom deceased?
Yes, she is.
I feel like your mom is here.
Oh, nice.
Yep, I feel like she's watching over you. And did anyone is anyone going south, or were they in the south or going south? Somebody going south?
South in the United States?
Yeah.
No, not that I know of.
Okay. I don't know. What's south? Do you live on a South Boulevard or something? Why?
I live on South Virginia Street.
Okay, that's why I'm getting that. South something. Okay, and how's your driving?
Pretty good for an old lady.
Oh, you're not old.
I don't feel old, so I guess
no.
I'm not old.
I want you to watch for cars on the South Virginia Street when you're driving.
Okay.
I want you to double check. Do people go fast on it sometimes?
They do, and I have a rear mirror, one of those things, electronic things that beeps when a car is coming.
Yeah, that's good, but I feel like there's somebody going fast. Do you ever have like motorcycles or?
Not very many.
Okay, all I know is I see somebody going fast, and I want you to double check when you're going down your driveway.
Okay, got it. I shall.
I feel like you're going to prevent a problem from happening. Did you almost have an accident or an issue at one time with this?
No, I did. I was in a very bad car accident about 2.5 years ago.
You were in a bad car accident. How did that happen?
Somebody went through a red light. I had just turned right, and they went through a red light trying to pick up their smartphone, and they hit the accelerator and T-boned my car, and I broke 5 ribs and 2 hands.
But the insurance paid you, right?
Not as much as they should, but it's the good news is it could have been a lot worse.
Could have been a lot worse, but thank God you're okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Every day I say that.
And you pray, don't you, Sharon?
I don't pray, but I guess I do in my own way. I have a question for you.
Okay, but I want you to buy this book, The Universe is Calling You, and learn how to do protection prayers, okay?
Okay. I want to ask you why you picked pink and orange for the cover, because that's my favorite colors.
Well, if you notice, Char Margolis has a pink and, is it orange? Pink and orange and gold tie.
Yes.
Here's the truth.
All right.
The designer person from St. Martin's Press picked it. And and it's I'm like a blue aqua person, and honestly, I'm in love with the colors. I'm in love with it. I feel like they're powerful, and pink is healing, and orange is happiness, and I just am so thrilled with the way they did it. They're so gifted. I mean, St. Martin's Press is an amazing company. They're amazing publishers.
I'm writing a book. Should I submit it to them?
Well, you can try. They get a lot of books submitted, so I don't know.
I know.
You can try.
I know that.
Why not? If you don't try, you never know.
I agree with you. I do. But I love the pink and the orange. I think
Thank you.
It's a color I've been attracted to for years. And when I saw it, I went, wow, look at that.
Thank you so much. Well, I wish you good luck with your book, honey. I'm going to take another caller only because people are waiting in line. And I'd love to talk to you for another hour, but I need to move on. So thank you so much for calling.
Thank you so much. You are absolutely wonderful.
That's so kind of you. Good luck with your book. Be positive, and even if you self-publish it, just do it.
Okay, and a kiss to Sonny.
Kiss
he's
to Sonny.
So adorable.
Kiss it to Char Margolis. Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right.
Bye-bye. Yeah, let's get another caller in. 714. Hi.
Hi, Char.
How are you?
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for calling. So,
yeah.
So just be
Thank
open
you
about
for taking my call.
Of course, it's our pleasure, Tony. It's all Tony's doing, picking up calls. So don't be mad at me if people don't get
Tony.
calls. He says you're welcome. Okay, do you have somebody that's a D or R or B or R connected with you?
A D.
Is that a male?
Yes.
Is it spelled D-A or D-O?
D-A.
Like Dave or Dan?
Both.
Okay, is one your husband or your son or brother? I don't know.
No.
Who is it? Your
both,
dad?
One's my dad and my stepdad.
Your dad. Okay, that's the last thing I said. The fourth thing I said was dad. Is he deceased?
Yes.
Both of them?
Yes.
I feel like they're both with you.
Aw.
Where's your mom?
Yeah.
Your mom's living, right?
Yes.
Is she with you tonight?
No.
Oh. I feel like they want to send love to your mom. So your stepdad was that the last one your mom was with?
Yes.
And he was really in love with her, right?
Yes.
He says he's watching over for her, not that she's going anywhere, but he's waiting for her.
Aw.
It's so sweet,
that's
right?
So sweet.
And I feel like I feel like he really loved you. And who's L? You loved him too. Who's L or
Lisa?
Lisa. Who's Lisa?
My sister.
Okay. Are you close with her?
Yes.
Okay. Are you worried about Lisa or?
Always.
Yeah, because I feel like you're kind of a pseudo mom for Lisa. Like you took over from your mom.
I could see that.
But your mom's living.
Yes.
So I see that's what
me and my sister have become really close.
Yeah, it's nice. It's good. I feel like your dad is happy about that. But your dad was an issue, wasn't he? Your real dad. Was that Dave or Dan?
Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah, Dave.
Dave, he was an issue, right?
He could be, yes.
Yeah. I feel like he did the best he could. Did he remarry?
Yes.
but you don't talk to her?
I've kind of not.
Yeah,
I mean, not
because I
purposely,
feel,
but it kind of, yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there could be issues connected with her, or there was a problem connected with her, with you. Is that
Okay.
true?
Yeah, I mean, he cheated on my mom with her. So,
That's what it is.
But I mean, she was,
And
yeah,
I
I mean,
feel like your dad's apologizing for causing such havoc in the marriage.
that's nice.
And for you and Lisa. But
Aw,
and I know you forgive him, because the one thing that
definitely.
we want to teach everyone is never to carry anger within us, to forgive, and you don't have to forget, but forgive. So,
For sure. For sure.
okay, well, thank you so much for calling. I'm so sorry, but
Thank you, Star.
the next people have to come in and do their show. Thank you. Happy New
Oh,
Year.
you're welcome. You have a wonderful weekend.
And you do the same. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye. Okay, no, it's fine, Tony. I want to thank Tony Sweet for helping me, and Nicole Smith in the office, and Sunny Margolis for helping me, and thank you for letting me brag a little bit about my book, The Universe is Calling You. It means the world to me that you guys are listening and watching and supporting CharVision. And remember, intuition will take you places logic never could. God bless you. Be well.